Hello there. What do you think of me today? Do you like my coat? Flashy, eh? Just look at the colours. Just feel the quality of the cloth. Our story today is about a chap called Joseph, and he had a coat just like this one. He thought it looked great, and everybody else thought it looked great too. They loved it, except his brothers, who felt terribly jealous. Let's listen to Joseph's story. A father shouldn't have favourites. We all know that. But Jacob did. Of his 12 sons, he loved the younger two the most, Joseph and Benjamin. And even then, well, Joseph was his favourite. Jacob spoiled him rotten, and that made the other brothers jealous and angry. So when Joseph met them in the fields one day, flaunting the latest fancy multicoloured coat that Jacob had given him, the brothers' tempers snapped. They grabbed Joseph round the throat, they tore his coat, and they punched and kicked him till he cried with pain. And just when they were wondering what to do with him next, along came a group of slave traders bound for Egypt, a long, long way away. They would see the end of Joseph once and for all, so they sold him to the traders. And then they went to tell Jacob the sad but untrue news that Joseph was dead, and that all that was left of him was his ripped up multicoloured coat. Even as an Egyptian slave, Joseph still did well, but he ended up in jail for a crime he hadn't committed. And there he gained a reputation for telling people what their dreams meant. So when Egypt's Pharaoh was troubled by bad dreams, someone called for Joseph. They unchained him and brought him to Pharaoh. "Your Majesty," he explained to Pharaoh, 7 years of good harvests will be followed by 7 years of bad harvests. You must build big barns to store away grain for the famine to come." Pharaoh was amazed and put Joseph in charge of the barns, which saved the Egyptians from going hungry. Now back home, Joseph's brothers were starving. They would go to Egypt, they thought, to beg for food. When they did, his brothers did not recognize Joseph, and he played a trick on them to test their love for Jacob. He arrested Benjamin for stealing, but the brothers, knowing it would kill their father if Benjamin did not return home, offered to take his place. And from this, Joseph knew his brothers to be good and true men now. "I'm your brother Joseph," he told them. "Bring Jacob here to Egypt. You will all make your home in this place, and you'll never go hungry again." His brothers were overjoyed to see Joseph, and so was Jacob, who had found again the son he thought he'd lost. And you will already have guessed that the symbol for Joseph's story is, of course, a multicoloured coat. Goodbye.